We're still in chapter 8, and I am telling you, there is so much great stuff in this book about supporting academics. And this is what you're going to do at home as a parent to help support the schools and have your child ready to learn. Don't wait until you put them into school. You should be teaching them some of these skills very early, including writing. And so we had just talked about reading, but adding that writing concept is so important. So many young boys do not like to write, and we see meltdowns in classrooms because they're not interested in writing, and it's too hard and they can't do it. So they can do it, but they feel they can't do it. So as a parent, you really need to get them started with writing. In classrooms, in brick and mortar classrooms, they're still having to write. If they're going to a virtual school, they're still having to type out their essays, even when they get into high school. So writing is really important for them to understand how to do and to spend some time working on it. So immerse your child in writing early. In education, we have found that writing can be a trigger for negative behavior for some students. This is an academic area in which kids will often shut down due to lack of skills and/or confidence. Encourage your child to write every day. Set aside specific time for journaling. Use pens, pencils, markers, or crayons. It really doesn't matter what they're using. Before they go to school, they should be able to write and recognize their own name, and then follow the steps below to make writing fun. So writing shouldn't be an awful chore for your kids, a hard task for them to do. Writing should be something that they enjoy to do. And so teaching a few strategies to them, okay? So if they're very small, get them some, colored markers that are washable or some other items like that, those thick, chunky crayons, and have them start writing every single day a little bit. And you sit with them and you write your name and they write their name, or they trace your name, and you practice doing that. Say, for example, you're watching this and you have a teenager right now and you're like, they really don't like to write at all now. What do? I can't go back to that. Well, take it in some small chunks. Tell your kiddo, I'd like to help you become a better writer. So let's talk about this. Maybe you're a great writer. Maybe you're not a great writer. So either way you can spin it. You can say, I'm a great writer. Let me show you some strategies. Or you can say, I'm not a great writer either. Let's work on this together. And so you can do all kinds of things. You can have them watch a short video clip and have them write one sentence about what they learned from that video. One sentence. You can start with one sentence a night. And you can keep watching a video. Say you watch 3 minutes of a video. Maybe you're watching a TV show together and you pause it and you say, let's write one sentence about what did we see in this TV show. Let's write one sentence about one of the characters that we like in this show. Let's write one sentence about where is this show taking place. Wow, you've written 3 sentences after watching a show. Now, maybe you go a little further, you watch another 10 minutes and you write those same 3 sentences down. Or you watch the next show the next day and you write those 3 sentences down. By the end of the show or the season, you're going to have lots of sentences. And so you can show the kids that they're able to make that connection, right, from something that they're seeing and being able to put it down into paper. Now, there's always those 5 W's, right? Who, what, where, when, why. That's a great way. If you're not an educator and you're like, I don't really know what to tell them to write about. Who was in the movie or the show? What was happening in the show? Where were they? What were they doing? Who, what, where, when, why? And so asking those questions. Why do you think they did what they did? And so then you're starting to build that. Or you can go into journaling with your kids. And journaling is a great way to teach them self-expression. They can have a blank paper, the blank notebook, and they can just start writing things down. Tell them to journal how their day went. What did they do throughout the day? How did it make them feel? Draw a picture of that. A lot of early writing does begin with pictures, but then a lot of our teenagers like to doodle and draw as well. So finding those types of writing opportunities for them as well really helps support that. Reading and writing go together, right? So if we've got strong readers, we've got strong writers usually. So we want to keep those two together, and then that really helps support our kids and getting them ready to do the assignments and the tasks that are expected in school.